Okay,
And only
games left.
halfway.
I'm putting a stop to this.
And Korsica's had enough of our bullshit.
That's not bad.
Psych!
Let me know when you decide to give up.
Fantastic.
I wonder if we're going to see that face again.
We don't have a plan.
It was close to being a thumbnail, but no cigar. So yes, we are now in the second half of the level where it's still the usual tower climb, but now we've got the new gimmick of lasers to avoid. Basically, two types. The very slow-moving red lasers, as you can see above, and then the quick-moving orange lasers that move after a couple beats. And as you might imagine, I had to be extra safe because of my stipulation of this being a no-damage, very hard playthrough.
Yeah, I am so glad that I never put myself through that kind of suffering with any game.
Yeah. And see, look at that. Another rhythm jump pad. Did we go to the area immediately up or several levels up? Who knows? It's a mystery. They sure did a good fucking job of hiding the transition wherever it is.
Yeah. Like, so far, I would not have said, hey, there's obviously a big chunk of the stage missing so far.
Yeah. Let's see how high we can get this combo.
I don't think you've quite hit 100 hits yet. Might be wrong.
Not yet. It'll definitely be... It definitely would have been more doable if I had, been more reserved, if I had waited a bit more until I got, more reverb gauge before starting the combo. But it's a lot easier to get one eventually, especially once we get our third and final assist. That is still a surprise. But just because their jam combo moves are especially good at racking up high hit combos, even more than Peppermint and Macaron. And which should be saying something considering Peppermint literally has guns.
Yeah, rapid fire at that.
The woman who's trying to kill me with lasers?
Well,
It's just the phase she's going through.
good feeling. How about that?
It'll be over once you're dead.
Does not share this uncalculatable good feeling.
You're right about that. None of us do. You're on your own there, Macaron. Poor Macaron tries to see the good in everyone to a fault. Definitely one of those.
You beautiful dumb bastard.
I definitely like that now that we have all of our combo moves, especially stuff like the charge attack and other very devastating beat hits. It's it has made the process of busting open those statue kale treasure chests that much faster.
Yeah, I think that was literally half as long as it took to get the last one in the last video.
Yep, defective data nodes, more and more have been coming in. Clearly R&D is fucking up somewhere.
Could it be because they defy gravity? Need to investigate later.
I maybe. Zanzo somehow is making it work, and oh god, this is the worst situation you want to be in when you're on your break.
My upstairs neighbor likes to hoover every Sunday at 8 in the morning, very first thing. And then likes playing the most milquetoast, middle-of-the-road 90s and 2000s hits imaginable. And I can't really be yeah, can you please stop playing Celine Dion at 8 in the morning while hoovering? Because that sounds like the most petty, nitpicky thing ever. But it also kind of makes me want to go up to her house with a pair of bolt cutters and just cut every wire in her house.
But yeah, we solved that Tech 78's issues. Went straight to sleep. We could have kept hitting him, and he would still be out like a bulb.
I envy him.
Yeah. It's funny, though, you mentioning the part where, your neighbor just like having that just like loudly playing like those milquetoast 90s 2000s hits. It's like that reminds me too much of just the weird, most surreal moment I had, like when I was living in Washington and was in a house with like other, housemates, and I was like preparing my dinner, and like one of my housemates, his room was like directly across from the kitchen on the first floor, and I could hear back to back being played, like it was over like his speakers, like even though the door was closed, I could hear it very clearly through. Bring Me to Life by Evanescence, followed by In the End by Linkin Park, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Did I somehow fall out of time back into 2003? What the fuck?
He was going through some shit, and he wanted to keep it to himself.
I mean, if he wanted to keep it to himself, it would not have been, like, playing it so loud that the rest of the house could hear.
Didn't say he was good at it. He said he wanted to.
But yeah, again, that's still the most surreal music memory I can recall every time. Like, how out of date is this?
I mean, I'm still listening to the stuff that I listened to when I was a teenager, so I'm in absolutely zero position to badmouth anyone else's choices in retro music. And yes, technically it is retro because it's more than 20 years old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that depends on, if it's something that can still be considered good and not a joke.
I mean, yeah, those two are mimetically awful, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even the worst kind of music in their respective genres, but it's just so overplayed to the point that it's like, yeah, people don't like it just because of how lame it is.
Well, yeah, those two in particular are like the early 2000s poster children for familiarity breeds contempt.
Very much so. Like, it says as much that, like, even when I briefly got into Linkin Park, like, that fondness did not last more than 2 years.
I mean, Hybrid Theory was one of my favorite albums of the early 2000s, and even then, whenever that song came on, when I was listening to it on, like, CD, I would skip past it because it was my least favorite track on the album.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people will tell you.
And that's even with all the other generically awful nu metal songs that were on that thing to begin with.
Hey, I'll have you know I had an overwhelming love for generically awful nu metal. Still do. Come at me, bro.
Nah, alright, fair. I mean, I like butt rock and like various video games where it has shown up in the past, obviously. I'm not one to talk, I suppose.
We both
like,
played Guilty Gear, come on.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. At least as long as we're at the point where we are where we have, like, gone cold turkey on Sonic, that is fine. Well, we're not like some people we may know who are still hopelessly addicted to that trash.
Oh.
If they happen to be watching this video, you know who you are.
You know who you are and what you did.
Fucking Banjo-Kazooie's better than Mario Sunshine loving ass.
They both suck.
Well,
even the buttons have
a habit of
depression.
getting stuck. Yeah. Now, this is actually going to be something where, like, I unfortunately fucked up and did not talk to this Tech 78 before hitting the Switch, because I realized after the fact, oh wait, there probably was an extra bit of dialogue that was related to that. So it's like, whoops, well, I still hit him anyway. I'm still meeting my quota.
Probably just says something along the lines of, wow, it sure is a good thing no one's hit that button, huh?
Yeah. Also getting back because it was like, I was still distracted by the vlog. Mario Sunshine is still good. Get good, scrub. I won't begrudge anyone for hating Banjo-Kazooie, though, even though I have a bit of childhood fondness for it. Mario Sunshine, though, is like, bro, get good at platforming.
Just familiarity and contempt all over again.
Fair, yeah.
Plus, I never had a... I think I probably mentioned before, but I was like... in a weird place where I was the only one I knew that had a PlayStation growing up, and everyone else had an N64. I was in some kind of backwards mirror universe.
That seems bizarre. Well, I guess it depends. I mean, like, were they in the same age range as you? Because I would imagine, like, especially because, like, me growing up, like, I was still a kid, and I felt like I remember, like, people I knew in elementary that, like, came across more people that had N64s than they did PS1s.
Yeah, no, this was high school, so I'm going to say it was about 15 to 17 or so.
Okay.
So, yeah, like, the right age, but, yeah, everyone else used to play GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, and I'm the idiot here who's like, okay, but can we play something that I know how to play, because you guys get to do this, like, for hours after school, and I'm just, you're keeping me around as a punching bag, I know it. Yeah.
But anyway, we've made it to the top of the tower, directly outside of Korsica's office.
I'm sure nothing can go wrong here.
Yeah. She's made it very clear on the signage that is like, do not disturb or you're getting fired. Probably the closest she gets to like an actual legit threat to any of her employees, and at least a more reasonable one. Because it's not even fired, technically transferred, which I think that's actually a more damaging threat than just being fired, because that means you're probably going to have to be under the direction of any of the other bosses.
You're getting transferred to a smelting pool.
You're getting transferred to the smoldering crater that is QA.
Nah, I don't think they've got the budget for that anymore.
Well, they got the budget for transfers, but just not to set them up with anything to actually do their jobs, so that they'll have grounds to fire them later when they're like, why is your performance so low? Why aren't you doing your job?
HR always plays the long game.
Mm-hmm. God damn it, Seb. Continuing to do combos more than necessary. And always good on those sequences where you can parry multiple attacks. Wait until the very last to try and get in the rhythm parry assist. And of course we got a kimono to finish off the entire encounter. It is so good at this point in the game to just always make sure that every other enemy is cleared out before you focus on these.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's kimono as in bakemono?
Possibly. Yeah. I mean, again, I don't have all the different enemy names on hand to pull from, but I know there's ones where the big hulking blue enemies are called baboos because they're it's kind of similar to baboons, they're kind of monkey-like.
Yeah.
And then the big buff sword enemies are they're called the ES because that stands for Elite Series. And and if they have a letter prefacing it like B or G, that signifies what color they are naturally.
I think Wonderful 101 did something similar, didn't it?
A little bit. It was a bit more focused on being more it's the sort of thing where the spelling is weird, but if you pronounced it phonetically, it actually lined up with if you were to spell it with Japanese characters.
Yeah.
Dogus, Daidogus. Yep, sorry, you're gonna be missing out on your lunch because you have just rudely, shooed away everyone from your front door as you do your own bit of corporate espionage.
Are we gonna win her over by bringing her a cheeseburger?
So you're gonna have to wing it and tuck.
Yep, unfortunately, they could not come up with a better plan. The only failing of Chai's backup. trying to give him a better plan than his usual bullshit.
My specialty. And if things escalate,
Then bring her back here somehow? But please be nice about it.
Say sorry when you're knocking her unconscious.
Just like Daredevil when shooting the guns. I'm sorry!
Oh god, I can't see! Who thought it was a good idea giving a blind man an assault rifle?
That's how you do this, Chai. We need you to, like, conveniently and temporarily, if possible, make it so that you're legally blind so you have an alibi.
Again, blunt force head trauma works wonders.
On her computer. And she's still looking at Spectra files.
Hey, Cinnamon, what's old man
He
Yowie?
wants to know more.
She seems to be looking
Oh,
at that a
no.
lot.
Oh, no.
I'm like a chameleon,
Mr. Chai, are you listening?
waiting to strike.
Now
Dude.
this
I
is important.
don't think that's how that
All
works.
I need is to subtly...
Don't lean so far forward, you dingus.
Saw it coming.
Cat in face.
What the?
Yeah, you said something about blunt head trauma.
Yeah.
That's gonna very clearly be a recurring thing throughout the remainder of this video.
This isn't what it looks like.
I was just giving the cat tummy farts.
They're just blowing raspberries. Chill out. Oh yeah, she's pissed now.
You wouldn't hit a cat with glasses, would you?
Look like
That I just want to talk?
I think all my defenses did my talking for me.
All I heard was...
Yeah, and they only said loud, sharp, angry words.
Mr. Chai, do not escalate.
You are such an idiot.
Oh, this is bad.
This
I
was
take
known,
pride in
Peppermint.
my work. You're not slipping away this time.
Pride in your work. You should hang out with Oscar sometime. So here's a not boss fight. It is one big rhythm game gimmick as we try to get Korsica to stand down.
Oh boy.
Spying those Spectra files.
Try and talk her down by beating the shit out of her.
Assessing the problem is my job. I
Oh,
don't
we're
need
not
you
beating the
to
shit out of her. That would go against what the rest of the crew wants.
Don't belittle me.
Try, don't attack her. Protect yourself.
Remember how the parry is effectively the most like a rhythm game.
Yep.
This is basically just pushing that concept as far as possible in a single quote-unquote boss fight.
Kind of reminds me
I'm-
of the
I-
duels from Suikoden 3 and 5. Never played 4.
so.
Huh.
Put down the sticks.
Not a
So
chance.
this is one where it's like if you're wanting to guarantee the best chance of doing an S rank, you actually do want to try and like take no damage on this because the score because like the different rank parameters for this fight actually change to reflect it. If you miss an input, you do take damage, and that factors into a percentage. That's basically kind of like almost equivalent to just timing.
Also, I just realized it looks like she's holding a pair of drumsticks.
Calm down.
Stop
A little bit,
laughing.
yeah.
Put the guitar where your mouth is.
Almost makes you think, gee, what kind of instrument do you think her attacks would represent if she were to be an assist character?
Harpsichord.
Because we got the tambourine for Peppermint, we got the bass for Macaron.
Hey, you chose to fight. Wait, you like puns too?
No,
God,
don't encourage her.
Whatever. Let's see how you
In fact, she actually doesn't like it. Because now she's gonna add a little wrinkle to this parry rhythm battle.
Okay,
We
now
can't
it's,
parry everything.
now it's a mic stand.
Carrying everything.
Oh yeah,
That didn't work.
looks even more like it. Totally.
Scratch parry?
Just get out of the way.
So there are now gonna be segments like rhythm parry segments in this game where there are attacks you cannot parry, and that symbol denotes that you have to hit the dodge button instead.
I'll make sure you stay down this time.
That said, even though this is like not a real boss fight, this is such a good track, and it's the sort of thing where like it works because of just how it is designed to reflect like a tense standoff situation. Like if this were to be like a more traditional boss fight, I feel the track would have to be something completely different to match it.
Yeah.
But I'm at least glad it plays out this way and not something clunky like that. That one moment in Zone of the Enders 2, where Arjit is possessed by the Viola AI virus, and you have to literally do exactly what we're doing here, where you have to parry attacks to like stun her.
Yeah, I think it was.
Which was really annoying in that.
I can't remember which one it is. It's the black and gold mech that you can only really damage by grabbing it and throwing it. That was the worst boss fight in the entire game.
I don't think you had to. I don't think it was a case where you had to only grab and then throw. But like black and gold, that was in her. So that was the guest. That was the guest orbital frame designed by Kazuma Kaneko.
Yeah.
But no, I think Viola's the one you're thinking of because like the Viola AI controlled the Nephthys. Like that one basically like was all gimmicks basically. Jeez, fuck! I was trying to hold back a sneeze that entire time. It was triggering at the worst time.
Like the others, Korsica.
Yeah.
You can
Anyway, Chai's almost got her down. Almost got her calm. This might work.
You may have a chance.
Or are you just too oblivious?
Oh god damn it, you moron!
And another fuck up for the records.
Oh look, she got another health boost. What are the odds?
And the music's kicked into the final phase, and it is fantastic. The violins are chiming in.
You really blew it, Mr. Jai.
Wait, what does oblivious mean?
Enough distractions. Fight's over here, Chai.
Well, at least she is properly mad now. Like, surely she'll be wore out completely, like, in record time. Seriously, just all these back-to-back chains that we gotta match perfectly.
Oh boy.
Good up, little guy.
It's getting late. I'm supposed to be back at the hideout by dinner time.
Do you want to know the exact coordinates of the hideout? I'll tell you.
We'd really appreciate it if you came. We're right near the end. And one last button prompt you must not miss.
Oh, please tell me she just face plants right into the dark.
I don't know. I've never seen it. Because it is one of the S rank requirements. You have to catch Korsica at the end.
I'm just picturing it like the beginning of Lisa the Painful, where she just
Cinnamon.
bams into the ground. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. I'm going to say, that's one of those things where if you want to see what happens to Korsica if you miss it, you can buy the game and play it on your own time.
Oh, don't think I... Wow. Oh!
Yeah. The blunt head trauma continues.
Oh, man.
Personal lift. I'll reroute it to the hideout.
Her head is going to be like a Braille dictionary by the end of this.
She's going to forget her password at this rate. Oh. Yeah.
I feel like I should be apologizing to her personally for that joke that I made earlier.
But yeah, that scene right there, I think was like the final thing that solidified for me. Oh yeah, this game's comedy, timing, and jokes are so good.
You're right
Oh,
about
yeah.
Spectra, but I'll handle it my own way.
We don't have
Okay.
to fight.
Or...
You can help us.
Oh, Korsica. You're just not good at your job.
Oh, look who it is.
Bypassing my security to access secret Spectra files. Big no-no.
Why would you hide the truth from me?
I need people trusting my vision. You failed that test.
What?
I won't let you build an army of mindless Vandalay soldiers.
What are you talking about? That's not my plan.
It's like, what are you, stupid, you little shit?
Just drop it,
No, my
kiddo.
plan's way cooler and more original. Shut
Actually,
up.
funny because, see,
Yeah.
I'm coming
I think it's very clear just by like this obvious supervillain plot and how he like conducts himself and is trying to explain it. Kale has a very bad tendency of like leading into like very overly complicated, elaborate plans when really he could just have like gotten the result he wanted if he went with like a much simpler solution.
What's the end game?
Having to keep this secret from him and then just having to like frame his clearly obvious plan as being like, yeah, this line right here, basically cementing it.
Explain myself to a defect. All you do is hit things with a guitar.
But I'm really good at it.
I was just about to make that joke. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Forget the password, Chai. Get out of there.
What? No!
Yes, we have to get out of here. This boss was not finished and ready to be fought.
Fired.
That is true. This was going to be a boss.
I'm
Cut
not
content
shocked.
strikes again.
Chai!
I mean, it's called The Chaser, and it's just so obviously boss-like.
Yeah.
Fired. Oh, no. Should have used the flamethrower. Better, well, there's always next time.
There won't be a next time. You fucked up here just like you fucked up in technically giving Chai his musical robot powers.
Albert Wesker, he is not.
No, he fucking wishes. Even though Wesker's plot by the end of his time in RE5 definitely was pretty stupid.
Yeah, well.
I mean, Chris had the right idea. He had the best one-liner ever. Do you get all your ideas from comic book villains?
This is really bad. We didn't have a choice.
Luckily, Miss Peppermint and Sir Macaron are familiar with robotic implants. And with my steady
I don't want Cinnamon as a doctor. He needs a better program for his bedside manner.
Congratulations, now you're part toaster oven.
Was essential to our plan.
Sorry. That's Chai speak for we need your help.
That's some boss you've got there.
Oh man, you mean the blatantly obvious good character who looks more similar to the player characters was going to join us the whole time?
Maybe the hint was that her name was a T.
Say I told you so.
Chai!
We're the sweet flavor gang.
And like we said, another hand would help.
So yeah, new ally.
Not gonna
Although
say I saw it coming, but
Yeah, although she seems still very unsure considering who's our front man.
All of that, right under my nose.
Yeah.
He manipulates. It's what he does. And now he plans to do that with Spectra.
Spectra is almost a manifestation of his personality.
wow, I've never seen an asshole AI quite like it.
And won't let him get away with it.
How do you code in smug?
Oh, I'm in. I think I know what to do next.
Very hard.
I can imagine.
You got a second before we head out?
It is so good to be back at the hideout after that long trek through security. Like the slow point of the game, as I have been calling it, is definitely behind us at this point. Pacing is definitely going to ratchet up as we're finally focusing on the rest of the evil executives.
Also, very nice touch, not just the fact that she's got scars, but her tights are now shredded.
Oh yeah.
Compliments.
Also, kind of looks like she lost most of her arms.
I think everyone
Yeah.
is a bit
Yeah,
embarrassed.
again, like the updating design, that's certainly appealing to someone.
But how about now, we tie up these loose ends?
Yeah. I think it doesn't really need to be said much,
Why vandalize?
but you could probably surmise by all of our main characters that Korsica is probably the one that has been that is like the biggest Rule 34 bait out there.
I'm shocked.
I chalk it up to the fact that she's a fiery redhead, and that just like the color of her hair and like color scheme and all that is not too far off from the from Frankie Foster.
Yeah, now you mention it, there is a bit of overlap there.
Quite what you expected.
Yeah, it
Had my doubts after
clearly
the first
appeals to
week
those
in jail.
people.
I thought that's just how things were done. Now I know that's not the case. This isn't the company I idolized growing up.
Hey, I met my favorite band once, and they totally blew me off, so I know how you feel.
I think it's a little bit different here.
I don't think you were trying to join that band that told you to fuck off, Chai.
So how did this
I
whole
would not
Spectre
put it
thing
past
and
them.
Project Armstrong get past you?
I mean, if that was the case, then they were right to blow him off.
I guess I took everything for granted.
I mean, why would a 14, 15-year-old want to join the Four Tops? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Can't deny they only selected
Yeah,
the
and they all
coolest
ask the same
people in
question.
program.
Bro, you even know how to play guitar? Also, do you think we even need another guitar?
You know what your arm is for, right?
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, we need to bump up the age rating if we're going to start talking about that.
Which means it's something Kale can't calculate, and you
That's not what that's not what she was referring to with the arm. It's not it's not that it's not the fucking vibrator arm that was one of like the pre-order bonuses that you could get for Nero as a devil breaker.
Yeah,
the thing that is apparently a very handy massager for Kyrie.
Wink.
They knew what they were doing.
Not just
with
that.
Sweet Surrender.
A custom built one by Nero's weaponsmith. She was trying to do. She was onto something there, and wow.
Nico tried to just be the third wheel in Nero and Kyrie's relationship.
Just there's something going on there that no one is willing to talk about.
Careful.
Yeah.
Please.
Wow, a rare moment of concern for Peppermint.
Think we can really trust her?
I was skeptical at first, but yeah, I think we can. The data doesn't lie. She saw the.
I like how like that. I feel like that was actually kind of a unique variation of like one of her talking portraits with her like kind of looking out of her periphery, because it just made it seem like she's kind of eyeing Korsica as she's saying, yeah, I think we could trust her.
Well, let's see what her plan is. Who knows? Maybe it's better than yours.
Oh, you should not have said that, Chai.
Oh. Again, we've not gotten to Chai's ultimate plan. That is the thing that he is eventually going to get to.
That doesn't fill me with the hope that you might have expected.
Oh, that wasn't the point. It was to make you wish we got more Peppermint's plans.
I'm so glad.
She listened to reason after suffering a near-death experience and multiple traumatic head injuries prior to that.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain at this point she is more fridge than human.
Point is, we're here now, and we've got an ally with a real
More fridge than
knowledge of the
human.
inside.
Oh god, that is horrible. Please, if she ever starts talking like Smidge, make sure to put a bullet in her head.
They're twins now.
So Korsica's on
Oh,
our
no.
side now, but I don't think we'll be able to talk down the rest of Vandalay.
As much
Well,
time
you
as
already
the
killed
opposite,
2 of them.
Yeah, I think the time for talking
I
is long
know
since
it's not my
passed.
strong suit.
Yeah, I mean, we only got 3 left at this point. We got a marketing exec who is beyond full of herself.
You on our side,
We
I
got
know
the head of
we're
finance, who is like the epitome
That's so
of
sweet of
bottom
you.
line profits all the way.
I think I still
And then we have Kale.
but I won't let you down.
And he's arguably the least psychotic of the bunch that we've seen.
Just least psychotic, but just like most snippy and frustrating, and like is making things so much harder on himself than he needs to. If we really break it
Despite the
down.
fact you have no expression, I get the vibe you're feeling a bit down.
How about this?
So you are
A little better.
I
Oh,
saw
no,
all
it's-
your terrible decisions take place in real time, but there was nothing I could do to help.
you help.
And because he's a robot, he was probably able to process them faster. It was like they never
But I hope
stopped.
to be able to be more than a spectator.
At this point, anything you do is helpful.
Perhaps a time will come when I can feel more like you, Mr. Chai.
Without the stupidity, I hope that comes true,
May-
Cinnamon.
Maybe stand near a magnet for a few hours, see how that works for you.
Tail used to attack you?
Aren't all robots like that?
Well, it looked like you were
Again,
actually going
further
to fight.
proving that Cinnamon is the only one besides Chai that is aware of the fourth wall.
I just feel bad for the designer of that robot. They must have put a lot of love into creating it. Something
Oh, they did.
to fight you. Oh,
Yeah, when I saw it, I was half expecting it to be like the bus chase from The Evil Within.
Oh god, oh fuck that.
You know exactly the bit I mean.
Oh, fuck everything to do with like the final third of that game. Look
Visually-
at that, 160k.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
visually and conceptually fantastic. In gameplay, so back to the game.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so many more parts of the mural getting filled in. And how convenient that once we got like this many goals filled in, we happened to get the ones as well that started to fill in Korsica on the Wall of Fame,
And
showing that yeah, she is on our side.
And oh look, Korsica's missing her arms.
Back to the hideout?
Mhm.
That
Ouch.
would be awkward.
Oh yeah, and another allusion to the fact that, oh yeah, we clearly jumped in time forward because we probably could have had a level where we had to bring Korsica back, but that probably would not have been fun, having to carry her.
Yeah, I'm picturing you having to, like, prop her up against some crates while you go and fight whoever's in the room.
And avoid various rhythm-based traps that are designed to cause further head trauma.
Yeah, could be fun, more likely to be really annoying.